Stats versus facts. Stats versus facts. You know where we at on the stats versus facts. Yeah, my boy, hella black. He on the stats versus facts. And you might get smacked by the stats versus facts. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Stats versus Facts. Sports Talk, you know where we at. Yes, sir. It's your boy, Marshall. I'm here with the crew. What's going on, crew? What you do? What it do?
Going on, live on location.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Yes, sir. We got that man C-Mac back with us. Good, C-Mac.
Tired, but kicking.
I feel you. And we got that man G-Reg, a.k.a. I Need Money. Like, comment, subscribe.
Let's
that man
go.
G-Reg. Yes, sir. We in here. Unfortunately, who we missing, Greg? We don't know. And that man Swish is not in the building either, man. Where they at?
Money, baby.
Where they at? But nah, we gonna have some fun today. I'm gonna make sure that I'm not like John Wall playing spades while I'm on camera.
Can you ask that question again?
You won though.
I'm sorry, can you ask that question again?
He said, put the card down, boy. Anyway, welcome to the show, man. We got some cool little stuff going on today. You know, we're gonna hop right into this official release 2K21 rankings. 2K. It's not in the game. Wait, that's EA Sports, ain't it? Anyway,
that's actually their motto for 2K. It's not in the game.
Yeah, I missed that EA Sports in the game. That guy.
If you're looking for Marcus Smart, it's not in the game.
It's not in the game. So LeBron took the top spot this year at a 98. I want to start there. Y'all think he should have gotten a 99, or you think 98 is solid for him? I mean, he's top player in the game, so I mean,
yeah, as long as he's the top player in the game and 1 point apart from everybody, that's fine with me.
How do you get top player in the game, but you don't get MVP?
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. But he should have gotten MVP. I think we know that he should have gotten MVP.
I think that's fair. That's fair. But like, they need to be in the middle. If you get MVP, I mean, unless you're like a point guard and you get MVP, I don't think you necessarily are the top player because, you know, high differential and athleticism come into play. But if you're Antetokounmpo, you should have a 98.
Fair.
Fair.
I mean, look, you got to think about when Derrick Rose got his MVP season, he was a what? I don't think he was a 99. I think he was like a 90.
Like a 92.
Oh, he was only a 92. I thought he was a 97.
Yeah. No, I think it was a 92, 94, bro. I don't know.
Ooh.
It's disrespectful.
It is disrespectful. So,
Dragic, what are you doing?
So, look, man, I had to pause real quick. Antetokounmpo's sitting at a 97, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You had Kawhi sitting at a 96. James Harden at a 96 as well. Durant, even though he didn't even play, is still sitting at a 90. How the hell is Kevin Durant still a 90? I mean, I get it, but he didn't even play.
He bought a new Achilles, though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. But between Durant, Anthony Davis, Damian Lillard, and Stephen Curry, they all got 95s, with Luka getting a 94, Jimmy hitting a 93. Right now, I'm not too mad at these rankings. I mean, Lillard is the cover athlete this year, okay? Curry getting a 95 overall, I'm kind of like, does he deserve it?
So once that I see on Damian Lillard versus Steph, somehow Steph has a 99 3-point shooting rating, and Damian Lillard
has an 88.
That does not make any sense.
No, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, Curry's like 40% from 3, and I think Damian Lillard's like 36.
True, but
okay. So what is Kevin Durant's from?
Well, let me do my math. Let me see. Pythagorean theorem, a little bit of square rooted.
You're telling me Kevin Durant has equal on par 3-point shooting percentage as Damian Lillard because he's got an 86. Damian Lillard has 88.
Yeah,
Similar?
actually,
yeah, kind of.
he did not play, but yeah, their 3-point shooting is on. It's about on par. It is. Lillard just shoots deeper, but when KD's on, KD is on.
That's fair, but that's like a jump shot. The dude's 7'3". So I mean, Damian Lillard was shooting it from half court.
Don't talk. You getting him mixed. You getting
Bobo 7'6".
Bobo.
Bobo 7'6". Don't play.
Oh my goodness.
How do we feel about Anthony Davis being a 95? Do you think we should be higher here?
I actually think.
Go ahead.
I think AD should be a 90. Yeah, 95 is cool. Maybe a 96. You could push it there. Only reason why I would say 95 is good because it's just durability. But he's increased his 3-point shooting. His defense is on point. And I mean, he was a monster throughout the season. So I think that's a pretty fair rating.
Who do you start a franchise with? My bad.
I was gonna say that I think LeBron comes down 1.
Okay.
He goes up 1. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You take that 1 point from LeBron and you give it to AD.
Ooh.
Okay.
Little Laker magic subtraction right there.
Yep.
Okay. I can't. If anything, I would actually take 1 away from. And this is not because he's not good, but I would potentially take 1 or 2 away from Kevin Durant because he did not play this whole season. Maybe even 3. I know that may sound disrespectful, but I might even take 3.
Realistically, I would take 5 from everybody because these balls are ridiculous. But that's just me. I'm very critical.
Yeah. And I may even take 2 away from Curry because he really didn't play that much this year either.
Yeah.
So,
how do you feel about the number 10 spot, Jimmy Butler, being 93?
I would want Jimmy Butler to go higher. My issue is he was just so passive. He had an okay season. Okay. He stepped it up in the playoffs, but his season was just okay. So I think 93 is okay. Is a solid rating for him.
I think it's a little too high. What do you think, Greg?
Really?
Ooh, my heart says it's perfect, but I think
it's about right.
I'll give him his defense. I like defensive players, so
that's fair. Because I think his value to the team is more than just numbers. So you can't really
quantify it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, defense. Okay, he's obviously not getting, like you said, his numbers, particularly with steals and rebounds, but on deflections, or deflected passes, defensive stops, in that regard, he's up there with the best of them, with the Kawhi Leonards, with LeBron James when he does play defense, and with Anthony Davis, as being one of the better defenders in the league. So that's why I'm like, you could put him up at 94, maybe a 95, but where he comes down for me is he's just too passive on offense. He's too passive on the offensive side. There are times where I'm just like, bro, this is your team. Like, you're being, you got to take control of it. So.
But he had other people like going off during the season, like Hero, and then Dragic came on late.
He did, but at the same time, they only won 45 games. Granted, it was a shorter season. So it's like, if you come in, take a little bit more control, maybe I'll get your win shares up a little bit, and maybe you extend that season to 7 games against the Lakers and possibly win if you're a little bit more aggressive, although some things didn't go their way, injuries, I get it. But Jimmy Butler has to be a little bit more assertive in my eyes. So 93 is good. I think 93 is good for him.
Okay.
93 is good.
Scroll
now.
Damian Lillard over Luka? Are we cool with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. For now. I'm okay with that for now.
Jokic, 90?
Jokic, Tatum, and Towns, and Irving at a 90.
Towns should be like an 87.
Okay, now Wait, who you say should be an 87?
Towns.
Towns should be an 87. No, because he was a monster throughout the season. So I give him a 90. I give him a 90. It's not his fault that he plays.
I'm with Chris. 87. Let's go.
That's an 87, bro.
It's not
a straight up. That's a straight 87.
No, it's not his fault that he was playing on a horrible team. He was putting up his
numbers.
It
is.
No, it's not.
It actually
no, it's not. No, it's not.
No excuses.
It's not his fault, man. That's not
Pascal Siakam is at 88. What is that? You're saying 2 points is the difference between Pascal Siakam and Carl? Nah.
Yes. If you put Karl Anthony Towns on the dang Raptors, they're winning the championship, or at least going to the finals.
I'd much rather have Siakam than Towns.
No, y'all are nuts for that one. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy for that one. No,
I didn't even say anything about that. So don't put me in that.
It's all me, baby. It's all me.
Don't put my name on that paper.
You're crazy.
On my way.
But I do want to ask you this question though. You have Klay Thompson sitting at an 89. Okay.
Flamethrower.
He didn't play the whole season. That's kind of one of my things of like, he was at least, what was his ranking last year? A 90, I think he was like a 93, 94 or something like that last year. If I recall correctly, and he's falling. I'm just kind of like, if he falls like that and didn't play for the whole season, you got to do the same thing for KD. Have to.
If you ever played for the Warriors, you're good.
So, which year you're saying?
20 and 2K20.
So I can only see the 17. It was 92. Dude, he's been at 92, 17, and 18. See if I can find a different one.
For 2K20, he might have actually fallen a little bit lower than that, low key. No, I'm thinking about. I thought he was a little bit higher. But point being is he's sitting at an 89, which is low to me. Although he was injured, I understand it. But the same thing has to be said for Kevin Durant. I mean, shoots Kyrie's a 90, and Kyrie was a 93 last year. So we're double checking.
I don't see anything, but I don't know, man. I get these numbers are in like an average or accurate of like all the stats and stuff like that, but
so hold on. Klay Thompson. Okay, so Klay Thompson actually was an 89 last year, because he was
dropped.
injured. Yeah, he dropped. Same. Siakam was an 87 last year. Towns was an 89. Okay, and Curry was a 95, with Kevin Durant being a 96. So you're essentially telling me that Curry stayed the same. Durant dropped 1 point after being injured, and Kyrie. So you're telling me that these guys injured the whole year, only dropped 1 point.
Yeah, man, that's good.
No.
No. Great. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
No.
They're the Warriors.
That's how it works. Yeah.
No, I don't believe that at all. Why? Because you have to come back and prove yourself this year that you can still be that guy. Now, I do know that they do update the rankings, this, that, and the other. Fine. But starting off, you got to prove yourself coming back to me. And that's not saying that they're bad players.
What would their rank be then?
So 0?
I drop
0?
No, I will drop them at least 3 points. Drop them at least 3 points. If you have a catastrophic injury like
3 points,
you drop them at least 3. I'll go on this 3 to 5 points. How about that?
I would say bare minimum 5. If you're saying catastrophic, using the adjective catastrophic,
because those are type of catastrophic.
Catastrophic means at least 5 points, 5 to 10.
Okay, because those could be catastrophic.
The Achilles for sure,
right?
Because if
Curry
Towns and Pascal Siakam were 2 points, and a 3-point difference would be Carlton Towns and like Rudy Gobert or Kristaps Porzingis. Gotta be at least 5 points.
Okay, that's fair. But again, as I've told y'all, I'm gonna pose this question to you. Name me 5 centers better than Towns right now.
Oh, for sure. Let me go.
Like just
Anthony
anyone,
Davis.
or what? What do you mean?
Give me 5 centers better than Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, he's a
right now.
power forward.
Centers: Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic.
Questionable on the Joel Embiid.
I'll take anybody. Over Towns.
Anthony.
That defense
Bro.
is his defense is terrible.
All we gotta do is ask Jimmy Butler.
And you're the center.
Why? Just add
You're
Jimmy
the center.
Butler away.
But Jimmy Butler didn't leave because of Towns. He left because of Wiggins.
He left because of the
Both of them.
team.
Yeah, but majorly it was Wiggins though. Towns is playing his butt off. If he moves to any other team, if Towns is in a Celtics uniform, they're going to the finals and they're possibly
They already could go to the finals without him.
No,
that doesn't mean anything.
No. Yes, it does.
You saying Towns being on the Celtics and they can go to the finals? Anybody in the league, Chris Paul goes to the Celtics. Zion Williams goes to the Celtics.
Brooke Lopez.
John Collins, T.J. Warren go to the Celtics. They go to the finals. That doesn't
mean that they're going to the finals. No.
Yes, they can already go to the finals.
No, that's why they didn't go to the finals. If they could have really gone to the finals,
they just need a warm body at center.
If Siakam plays better, they go to the finals. Don't give me that. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Karl Anthony Towns is a difference maker. He just plays on a very, very bad team. Now, him and D'Lo, we're going to see what they're going to do. I don't expect them to do much.
Well, then how's he a difference maker then? If they're not going to do much.
Yeah, because he's a difference maker. You got to have people around you, too. You can't just do it on your own.
If he was in the East, he would be fine.
Yeah, true.
I know he would be fine. If he was on any team if he went to Miami, this series against the Lakers probably would have gone 7. If he was with Boston, I would have had them winning. If he was with Toronto, I would have had them winning. If he went to Milwaukee, I might have had them winning. Only because of the other parts around them. But come on, man. You can't. If he goes to the Clippers, they're winning. They're beating the Lakers.
I think AD
they're beating the Lakers. They're beating the Lakers. So Towns,
I'm just on high on him.
That's fair. But his numbers, that boy put up some numbers this year. In defense, I understand he's not the greatest defender in the world, sure. But we've seen guys step it up in the playoffs. We've also seen, like, for example, LeBron doesn't play as much defense, but when need be, he knows how to step it up. So, yeah, I'm not.
I mean, Kevin Love put up good numbers at Minnesota too.
He did. Kevin Love could have, but he's not as good as Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, I think mobility is a big difference.
Never had the mobility, never had the athleticism. So, yeah, I'm just gonna leave that one there. Paul George last year was a 93. This year he dropped to an 88.
Lower?
Matter of fact, I think both him and Westbrook was a 90, and Westbrook also dropped to an 88. So you think he should be lower is what you're asking?
I was just posing the question.
You got too many people at 88 because
there are a lot of people at 88.
Some of these idiots are like, he was higher last year and the year before that. We're dropping him, and then a couple other guys did really well these past 2 years, so we're boosting them. And then it's a mixed, like Devin Booker, Bradley Beal.
I think Devin Booker is a little bit too low, honestly.
Trae Young.
I think Devin Booker and Bradley Beal are too low. I think you need to put them at a 90.
They don't want to. They don't want to have too many 90s because there's 4 90s and it's too many.
I got you. Westbrook at an 88. I'm actually okay with that because he's. I think we're starting to see the decline of Westbrook. Chris Paul 88. I'm fine. Trae Young needs to be about an 86. I don't think he's hit that peak just yet. Donovan Mitchell at 88. Let me see. Trae Young 86.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. That seems about right.
Donovan Mitchell at 88. I could move Donovan Mitchell to an 89. You can do that.
Yeah, that'll work.
Jamal Murray at 87.
Right. Because of the season. He did well in the playoffs because of the season.
But that definitely affects his score. Definitely.
True, but I think that helped him to get up to an 87 because had not, he probably would have been about an 85. So I'm okay with that. The highest Spur ranked on this list, DeMar DeRozan at an 86. Okay.
Very interesting.
Okay.
Shout out to DeMar.
I guess his
Right.
athleticism is saving him.
Right. Aldridge, we got at an 84.
Fair.
Okay.
How do you feel about Rajon Rondo at a 76?
Well, first of all, hold on. Hold the heck on. You're going to tell me this man has not played he played in damn near 2 years, and John Wall is sitting at an 83, tied with Jaren Jackson Jr., who's young, Brogdon, Blake Griffin, Drew Holiday, Karis LeVert. No. No. All these people at 83, hell no. I can't do it. Karis LeVert is Karis LeVert and Drew Holiday deserve to be above 83s.
Yeah. Like 85 for Drew?
Yeah, and for LeVert as well. I can even make the case to move Blake Griffin up. I could, because you're literally telling me that Gordon Hayward is on the same level as Karis LeVert and Drew Holiday. No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not willing to do
I would
that.
just drop Haywood.
Yeah, I definitely would.
I know Chris brought up
yes
in the pregame Fred.
And, by the way, I like how Michael Porter Jr. is at an 81. That's good. Now Fred VanVleet, where is he at?
85.
Fred VanVleet was at an 85. I totally missed him. Yeah, no.
Like,
That back, Fred.
What Toronto Raptor fan created his player? This man, like, don't get me wrong, great shooter, great player,
but he's a horrible defender. He does not deserve to be up there. Period.
Him and DeMar DeRozan just got fanboyed up there. This is what they say. A lot of the game creators, they don't actually play the sport or know anything about the sport. Not a lot.
That's very, very true.
It's a good amount. Like I know that. I know that a lot of the people that make FIFA don't even watch soccer. So.
What are we doing here?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. And also, let's see. I think Dennis Schroeder deserves to be above 80.
Yeah, I got
definitely. Yeah. Okay, now you did mention Mike Conley at a 79, right?
Yep.
Okay. So right now we're gonna say DeJounte Murray is better than Mike Conley. We're ready to say that.
No.
Honestly, I can say that. I'll say that. You can stamp my name on that one.
All right, so I know he tweets to Christopher.
Stamp my name. DeJounte Murray better than Mike Conley. Yeah.
Marcus Smart better than Mike Conley.
Yes.
Marcus Smart better than Mike Conley because of defense. I actually think Marcus Smart's a little too low. I think he should be about 80. I think he should be about
82, 3.
Yeah, I'm about to say 82, 83.
I love how they put Roy Hachimura right next to Mike Conley.
Right, Roy Hachimura. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Christian Wood's gonna be high after the next year.
He's a player that we should actually be looking out for as a guy that, and I'm coming back now, as a guy that could possibly have next is Christian Wood. He is got a lot of potential. He's a pretty good shooter, decent defender. He's a free agent, I believe, this year in the offseason. There's going to be some guys that are going to want to go. There's going to be some teams that are going to want to go after him and bring him aboard. So,
and his flexibility between playing a small ball center and a power forward, if you want to go big, is what you need in this league nowadays.
Absolutely. So, yeah, some 2K moment or 2K ratings that were a little outrageous, but interesting, not too bad list. Still, we'll get y'all the update when it comes out. It'll be updated mid-season. But we're gonna take a break and be right back. But before we take this break, 23 years ago today, a 19-year-old Kobe Bryant damn near dunked over the free throw line over Ben Wallace. That was crazy. We'll be right back. And we are back in black. And really, I'm wearing a white shirt, so I'm really not back in black. Anyway, let's go to some NFL stuff, man. We had the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants play a horrific, horrid, nasty, just ugly Thursday night football game where the Eagles ended up coming out with the win 22-21 over the Giants. What can I really say about this game other than we wish Deshaun Jackson well? He took a really nasty hit. It was good to see him out there, but man, that's tough. Yeah, it might be. It might be, man. We saw Wentz have it's an okay day. It was an okay day. He had that throw to Miles Sanders was really nice though. Was that Miles Sanders? Yeah, it was Miles Sanders.
Boston Scott.
But it was Boston Scott. I get him to the Boston Scott for the game-winning touchdown. Nice. We saw Daniel Jones almost run for a touchdown. I don't know what the hell happened with him. And then fell. Yeah, that was. Anyway, and then it's kind of funny because they said he reached speeds up there with Lamar Jackson and
you knew they were waiting Henry. For that. They were dropped out.
Yeah, they were absolutely waiting for that one. I was like,
we did it. Let's go.
Yeah, that was okay. The Giants were in position to win this game. They really were. Evan Ingram dropped that pass, which, yeah, I know.
It's right there.
Just right there, man. They had to end up settling for that.
Hands team.
like yep. Nice hands, feet.
Yeah. So with the win, Philly moved up to the first place in the NFC, the NFC weak East at 2-4-1. They fought back and they showed resilience, which is why I think that they can end up winning the division. So for the Giants, it's another loss. Y'all are bad, but y'all aren't as bad as the Jets.
They're fighting for it though.
They're trying, but doesn't look like they're gonna be able to get Trevor Lawrence. Which there's an analyst saying, man, Trevor, if the Jets get that number 1 overall pick, go back to college. Don't come out.
Take a 5th year or 6th year, whatever you got to do.
Reclassify.
Yeah, man. Sheesh. So
graduate transfer.
Right. For the Eagles not having Ertz or Goddard, those are 2 big tight ends and essentially receivers that you don't have. Fulgham is, okay. Boston Scott was in there. Sanders in there. They're trying to find guys to work with, and they ended up coming out with the win. So nice for them. Now moving forward, damn Cowboys got the Washington football team on Sunday in Washington. C-Mac was not here. C-Mac was not here for my rant. But ultimately, if the Cowboys lose to the Washington football team, this is another one of the games I will not watch. I will not watch another game for the rest of the season. There is
you say that.
No,
there is
no way.
You say that.
You can't quit us, March. You can't quit us.
There is no way they should be losing to Washington. Period.
Whoa.
Bro, it's sports, man. Anything is possible.
Well, this better be impossible, just given how bad they are right now.
Our offensive line's off the streets.
Actually, you know what?
Do you want to play? Do you want to play?
Come on.
You know what? I take that back because before, when they would have possibly lost to the Giants, it would have been when they had Dak. And and now that they have Andy Dalton, it's not the same. So I'll take that back. They just better not lose. That's all I'm gonna say. They better.
Andy Dalton needs some time, and then offensive line needs some time. You know, we got a lot of rookies. We got like 2.
The whole team needs some time. Dang it!
I need some time.
No, the whole team doesn't need time. Don't give the whole team time. We need to give Andy Dalton time so he can figure out what the hell he's doing, and then we'll be good. Take a deep breath.
Well, you know what else they need? They need to go ahead and tell Ezekiel, hey, you're not wearing your sleeves anymore. Take your damn sleeves off. Why do you think he's fumbling so much? As a running back, you're not supposed to be wearing sleeves. I'm trying to hold the ball. That's easier to knock the ball away. Man, take them damn sleeves off and have ball security this game. Show us why the hell we've been raving about you being the best back in the game. Because right now, I'm about to knock him out of the top 10.
So how many more fumbles until you tell him not to play anymore?
Till we tell him not to play anymore?
Yeah. How many fumbles you giving him?
Man, I mean, it's getting there. It's bad, man. If he continues to fumble and throw us in the hole for a lot of these games, I mean, we paid him, but I'm gonna start looking to trade that man if he's doing all that. But no, he's probably gonna want him.
What if he goes off for 3 touchdowns?
Good. That's what you should be doing. I'm not about to give you a woo. Yeah.
What you want, a cookie?
Yeah, exactly. What does he want, a cookie? You should be doing that. You should be getting about 100 yards plus a few receptions a game. That's what you should be doing. So you're getting paid the big bucks for, bro. Don't play with me. Come on. Tony Pollard, is a backup.
Tony, let's go.
He's okay. Defense is still going to be bad. I get it. We don't even know who the Washington's quarterback is going to be this game. It could be Kyle Allen. It could be Alex Smith. It
won't be Haskins.
It won't be Haskins. Yeah, you probably right.
Everybody has to get hurt. I don't know what that guy did, but
it's not going to be Haskins.
Yeah,
but shoot. Look, if Andy Dalton has another bad week, I'm so serious. Cowboys, go get Ryan Fitzpatrick. Just go get him. Just go get him. Go get him. Because if Baker was playing good, I would have told them to go get Case Keenum. But since Baker's been playing like trash, they're probably going to start Case Keenum in Cleveland. So, yeah, it's just – I'm going to predict that the Cowboys are going to win this one. It's going to be another close game, man.
Division game. For sure.
Yeah. 17-14. Cowboys. My prediction.
Disgusted.
C-Mac, what you got?
Betrayal.
27-10.
27-10. Okay. G-Reg.
Redskins. Sorry.
This guy. I slipped.
Hey, I slipped on this morning on First Take 2 with Stephen A. It happens.
Edit that, please. That front seven's gonna tear us up. Oh God. Zeke's gonna fumble. We're gonna fumble. Let's see.
And expect a missed field goal too.
Yeah, do my geometry real quick.
Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah. Let's go 21-13. Ooh, that's
okay.
Yeah, I always gotta add more because of the defense is not really being a factor.
So it's Cowboys 21-13.
Yeah. I gotta add COVID numbers. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of math I gotta do in my head. It's rough.
It is. So we'll see. We got the Cowboys winning. Hopefully they'll retake number 1 spot in the NFC East, and we'll just move from there. All right. Other such games, we have the undefeated Steelers and the undefeated Tennessee Titans. I got the Steelers winning that one game. High scoring. I'm gonna go 31-28. Late touchdown by Ben Roethlisberger to probably Juju or Claypool. No, I take that back. James Conner is gonna run it in. He's gonna run in a short one for the game winner.
I got Titans on that one.
Really?
Yeah. No reason at all.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick
Henry could be a reason.
Gut feeling. I don't know. I think the Titans are gonna have one of those years.
Chosen ones.
I mean, they have a solid defense. I'm still not sold on Ryan Tannehill. It's going to have to be Derrick Henry running over them boys, and I don't know if we were going to see, because this is one of the best defenses he's going to be facing the year. So we'll see. Go ahead, Reg.
Yeah. I'm going to give it to the Steelers. I think they're going to expose Titans secondary a little bit. I'm going to go 31-28.
31-28. Okay. With that too, I think that we still got to see about Ben Roethlisberger. We don't know specifically. Like right now, they're still the 21st or 24th passing attack in the NFL. That's got to come up this game. You got to find Claypool. You got to find Juju and Connor. That's your offense. So, let's see. We also have, and this one was going to be a very, very good game. The Monday Night Football matchup between that's the Sunday Night Football matchup. Seahawks, Cardinals. We'll see what Kyler Murray is going to be made of. He can't just throw 9 passes and expect to beat the Seahawks. Actually, maybe, because their defense is bad too. Their defense.
Maybe going through a little something rough. I don't think their defense is that bad. I don't think
their defense is pretty bad, but their offense is great. Even though they didn't get AB, they still got Metcalf, Lockett, Moore, Carson. They're still solid. I mean, and Russell Wilson, obviously. It's still a division game, but Seahawks pull this one out 34-27. It's going to be a high scoring game.
I'd have to say,
unless the Cardinals use DeAndre Hopkins, which they really haven't been as much this year, which kind of pisses me off because he's on my fantasy team. Anyway, that aside.
I'll say 28-10 Seahawks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's bold.
Destruction. 28-17 Seattle.
28-17 Seattle. Okay.
So the Cardinals.
Okay, so we're in agreement that Seattle will win that one too. Okay. We have the Bears going up against the Rams. That's the Monday Night Football matchup. 5-1 Bears. Nick Foles. Come on now. Khalil Mack leading that defense. Against Aaron Donald. That's a tough one. Both of those teams, I understand they have winning records. Still not probably going to win the Super Bowl. A little overinflated. I think this is the week that the Bears start falling. They're going to start folding because they always if they do good, they always seem to fold at a certain point. I think this is the week where they start folding. I got them losing this week, getting exposed 31-17.
I'm taking the Bears defense. They're going to rattle golf. It's going to be a long day for the Rams.
Okay.
Go 17-10 Bears.
Okay.
I'm going to go against the Pack. 21-14 Rams.
That's not against the Pack. I said the Rams.
Oh, you said Rams? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I said the Rams. He hit the tiebreaker.
Stab in the heart.
Hit the tiebreaker. We have who else we have a list? We have the Bucks and the Raiders.
Ooh, the sneaky matchup.
Yes, that is a sneaky matchup. Derek Carr looks good. They're not going to beat the Bucks. I think the Bucks are going to be rolling. AB is now there, although I know he's not going to play because he has to go through the coronavirus COVID protocol. Although I'm sure they're going to try to push that as much as they can to have him play, but I doubt that he will.
Sneak him in.
Right. Regardless, Buccaneers come out. That defense is tough. They come out with the win. 28-10, actually.
Craig, what do you think?
I think it's going to be competitive. I think the Raiders they've been pretty competitive in all their matchups. Except for
Derek Carr is going to struggle this week.
Except for the Patriots. Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely possible. We saw Aaron Rodgers struggle, so saying Derek Carr won't struggle is not a stretch for sure.
Derek Carr better than Aaron Rodgers? What? No, I'm kidding.
Exclusive. Let's go 24-17 Bucks.
17, okay. C-Mac. And I think Fournette comes back this game too, I believe.
21-20 Bucks.
Ooh. Okay. Nail biter. I like it. Well, those are really the big key matchups that you really need to worry about for this week.
You heard it here
so
first.
You heard it here first. Absolutely. So we're going to be right back after another message. Or just a break. Damn it.
2, 1.
And we are back. Yes, sir. Me, G-Reg, and C-Mac. You already know. So, there's got some good news for college football fans. The Big Ten is back this weekend. And actually tonight, because you had, I believe, Wisconsin going up against number 14, Wisconsin going up against unranked Illinois. And Wisconsin, I believe, was smacking them. They're going to be given some consideration moving up, but also you have Ohio State sitting at number 4 right now, or no, number 6 right now. You have Penn State up there as well, number 8, and then Michigan is down there a little bit too. But those teams are going to be looking to make some moves going into the college football playoffs. So I want to ask y'all this. Does a Big Ten team get in there, or do you think all of them end up getting a loss? Because Justin Fields is also looking to say, yo, I'm the best football player. I'm the best college football player, better than Trevor Lawrence. So there's going to be, a supposed battle between there. Give me some thoughts. What you think, C-Mac?
Kind of lost at words right here because I'm not. For me, it's a little too early to tell.
Right, I agree. And they're gonna play 9 games, 8 or 9 games, by the way, or 8 games, and then the conference championship.
I guess Trevor Lawrence is definitely more favored because of the hype he's had.
Mm-hmm.
That pretty boy swagger is probably going to carry him a little bit more confidence on the field. So I don't know, man. I think the underdog spirit from the other guy that you mentioned,
Justin Fields, yeah.
Justin Fields. Yeah, I can think of the name.
Very good. And the thing about it, Trevor Lawrence, it went 13-0. I mean, right now we're looking at a Clemson, Alabama rematch unless Georgia somehow beats Bama in the SEC championship game, or if somehow Auburn or LSU beats Alabama, which I don't see either one doing. And then, of course, you have the college football playoffs. So I think Ohio State could possibly squeeze in there. Oklahoma State has a tough one. They're undefeated, and out of the Big 12, they're playing Iowa State. If Oklahoma State stays undefeated, they have a shot to get in there as well. So it really just kind of all depends. However, I don't think Big 12 still doesn't have that championship game, if I remember correctly, which will end up hurting them. So, but if we're going to look at some rankings, guys, right now, excuse me. Oh, and I just had it up.
Fist bump, Greg. Fist bump. Fist bump. Oh. Nice.
Noggin. Dude. And I just had it up. There we are. So Wisconsin did beat Illinois. It was 45-7, so they absolutely smacked them. But right now, sitting at the top 25, you got Clemson at number 1, Alabama at number 2, Notre Dame at number 3, and Georgia at number 4. sitting at 3-1. Obviously, if Ohio State ends up winning, they will jump Georgia. Oklahoma State at 3-0 as well at number 6. A&M at number 7. Only loss was to, I think their only loss was to not to Ohio State, to Alabama, because they were able to come back and take out Florida. So Notre Dame is going to do what they always do, although they are in the ACC this year. So they do have to play. Notre Dame does have to play Clemson. So seeing that they will get knocked out of that top spot, one of them will. I agree. On Ohio State's schedule, you have Penn State and Michigan is really their tough games, and then obviously that Big Ten championship. So if they go undefeated, they will probably get a spot. For Oklahoma State, you have Iowa State. You have Iowa State, Kansas State, Texas, Oklahoma, Texas Tech, TCU, and Baylor. All of those very winnable games, by the way. Obviously, Oklahoma, you never know. They could somehow jump up, but Oklahoma State has a good shot at getting there. They do. So outside of that, I don't see anybody else. Even if Wisconsin wins out, they're still going to have to go through Ohio State towards the end. I don't see Ohio State losing to anybody, so they should get in there. In Oklahoma State, depending on how they rank with Georgia right down towards the end of the year as well.
Who are your favorites right now?
Right now, my favorites are Alabama and Clemson. Alabama and Clemson are my favorites. Ohio State, obviously, it's too early because we haven't seen them play, would be my next team in there. And then if Oklahoma State goes undefeated, I would have to put them in there. But with Oklahoma State, they're a Big 12 team. Big 12 team's defense is terrible.
The Wild West over there. You never know.
Yeah, yeah, it really, really is. So, got a lot of good games to look forward to in the next 7 weeks to close out the season. We have Pac-12 starting up next week. I don't expect too much from the Pac-12 because the only two teams that have legitimate shots to get in there from that conference is Oregon and USC. That's it. And Oregon's sitting at 14. USC is sitting at number 22. So unless some really crazy catastrophic stuff happens, I just don't see it happening.
Oregon's replacing Justin Herbert, and then USC has a great offense, but their defense is suspect. So,
right,
sus.
Yeah, USC hasn't been good since Reggie Bush and Matt Weiner.
Throwback.
Even though they had what they had Darnold, they had Mark Sanchez, they had
Mark Sanchez, Mr. Butt Fumble,
Matt Barkley,
right? Yeah, Matt Barkley.
Matt Barkley, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Christian Hadberg had a terrible fall from grace.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
So, don't see a whole lot happening with them. So it'll be interesting to see. Like I said, shortened college football season. It's a weird dynamic this year, but it's coming. Now, in college sports too, can't wait for some college basketball starting in about 3 to 4 weeks. Man, Duke Blue Devils. That's all I'm going to say. Let's go.
What are they looking like? They reloaded or what?
Well, they always tend to reload with some type of players. I haven't really looked at their roster as far as this year. I know they got I think they had the number 1 recruiting class again this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Always them or Kentucky, right?
Yeah, them or Kentucky. I got to relook at their roster, but I do know they have a few guys that I'm very interested to see play this year. This draft coming up next year should be one of the better drafts in NBA drafts of 2021. That's what some people are saying. They're saying it'll be better than this draft. So,
oh yeah, most definitely.
Hey, that's all I can say. But before we get on out of here, we do want to move into some soccer, and we haven't talked about it in a little bit. Missing my bros Damo and Devo.
Where y'all at?
But y'all that man. But we got that man C-Mac in here to talk a little bit about soccer. C-Mac, let's just start it, man. Everton is rolling right now on top of the EPL. Like, what, 5-0 sitting right now?
It's a miracle, that's the beauty about soccer.
It's a miracle.
People say, sports are predictable. Soccer, literally, you can't predict it, man. I think that one of the most coveted spots, most important spots on the pitch is the central attacking mid, and showing right now with Everton, man.
Yeah. They picked up Rodrigo.
James Rodriguez.
No, not Rodrigo. Yeah. I'm sorry. James Rodriguez. Yeah. Yes. And he is one of the premier soccer players in the league. A lot of people, it seems like sometimes he flies under the radar a little bit to me.
He's not fast,
that's probably why. Mm-hmm.
He's very precise, methodical kind of player. Very good IQ and knowledge of where to put the ball. I guess some would say Iniesta or Xavi or something like that, as far as putting the ball in the right spot.
Right.
So he's making a difference on a team that normally hasn't had this much success in years.
Right. So he's doing his thing. Aston Villa was another one that was doing well. However, they lost to Leeds United today, a team that just came up from the
Champions
second seed, the
championship,
which is the league right under the EPL. They are now sitting in third place. And as you mentioned earlier, they picked up Rodrigo, and that's a big pickup.
Yeah, I'm still kind of shocked. Aston Villa's success right now. I'm looking at their roster. Man, I can't point to one player that's just crazy and carrying the team right now. They're just all solid and doing their job.
Right.
And that's what you want as a manager. You want to have a complete unit of players, no one player doing more than he should be, like Barcelona, and you just disastrous results. So, I mean, if you have a complete unit like them, sometimes it goes in your favor.
Yeah, it does. How going to your team, Man City, right now, sitting in 11th, if I'm not mistaken. Not having the greatest year, not having the worst year, but
it's early.
A little bit. It is still early.
We have one loss, couple
draws,
one draw. So
one draw.
One loss and one draw. It's Aguero's trying to find his spot on the team right now. We've got a couple new guys. Nathan Ake doing great as far as center back. And then I'm trying to see who is the other guy. Ruben Diaz. And then Ferran Torres. So we got some good players trying to figure out their position, figure out their usefulness for the team.
Right.
But yeah, we're doing good. Raheem Sterling, my favorite player, has got 2 goals already. So he's doing his job, keeping the speed up. And then Kevin De Bruyne is going to be a GOAT. He's going to keep up.
Kevin De Bruyne is still one of the premier guys for sure. Liverpool, a smacking where they are one of the top tier teams with a minus. No, actually, no, they're at 0 goal differential right now, I believe.
Yeah, they're in 4th place. Not too bad.
Right. They're in 4th place, but their goal differential is at 0 right now. They're going to have to make that up.
After coming off an amazing run last year, I think they're riding on a high. With that loss of Virgil van Dijk and torn ACL or
that's
damaged ACL.
That's tough.
You can't be mad. Come off a championship run. Can't be mad. Just accept it. Keep going. I mean, they definitely do have the depth to continue it because that team is stacked. So I don't think that's an excuse for them to tank, put themselves in like last.
At
place.
least they're getting smacked 7-2. Come
on.
To Tottenham.
They're absolutely a ridiculous team too. You can't knock them. Their consistency non-existent, but when they're on, they're absolutely on.
Yeah, I get you. My team, Manchester United, just garbage. Sitting right now at 16th place. They did have a nice win over Newcastle last week. Or was it West Ham? I think it was Newcastle.
Yeah, 4-1.
4-1 over Newcastle. Okay. So they got a little bit back after they're shellacking 6-1.
Guess who? Tottenham.
Yeah, okay, they were Tottenham. Who did Liverpool get smacked by then?
Who did Liverpool get smacked by? Let me see.
Was it Everton? When they lost 7-2. I was thinking that one was Tottenham.
Aston Villa.
Oh, Aston Villa. Oh, Aston Villa. Yeah, that's even worse. That's even worse. Okay, it's understandable why you got smacked 6-1 to Tottenham, but Aston Villa, no. Man U's defense is garbage. They ended up adding, and I was trying to remember his name, but they added a guy to help him on defense, which, if I can remember his name, I think he was a back. He was either a left back.
Alex Telles.
They added him
very great signing.
Pick, yeah.
But that's not what you need.
On the defensive side, yes.
He helps, but they desperately need like center backs,
True, but I mean, you got to start somewhere.
That's not where we start.
Well, hey, all I'm saying is it's going to help. It may not help tremendously. I don't expect Man U to be in the top 4 this year. Come on.
They need. I expect them top 5.
I expect them in the top maybe 8. They're not going to be any higher than that.
They picked up
if they get lucky.
Cavani.
If they get lucky 6, I know they got Cavani. If they get lucky 6,
they have the depth. There's no excuses.
Well, as I've told you, De Gea is always one that
he's a top level goalie.
Man, boy, it's been suspect. He's been sus.
They need to get Chris Smalling back, and then they'll be top 5.
Yeah, that's true.
They get Chris Smalling back. They're fine. That's the one key they're missing. Harry Maguire is more suspect than David De Gea.
I agree with you, but David De Gea is still suspect too, though. I've been saying that. And I will not back down from that until I see something different. Now, having said that, Man U did go out, won their first Champions League game against PSG, 2-1. That's a good start. Even though PSG beats themselves, I get it. But at the same time, PSG did not score a goal. It was an own goal on, was it Martial? They ended up having an own goal.
Martial. Yeah.
And you end up having Bruno Fernandes hitting a penalty, and then Marcus Rashford scoring.
Very nice penalty shot.
Mm-hmm. And they had Marcus Rashford scoring for Man U later on. So it was a good start. It's a good start. I need to see more of that consistency. Beating some of these better teams. And I understand that losing. Who did PSG lose? Their center back. We just talked about him.
Thiago Silva to Chelsea.
Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
They lost Thiago Silva to Chelsea. That does hurt. I don't think it's still any excuse. You still have Mbappe. You still have Neymar, which Neymar seems like he's still good. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't know. Have we seen the best of Neymar?
Have you seen the best of Neymar? We're at a point where
because he's
tough to say.
He's 30 years old. Yes.
I think he's like 28. Actually, He's 20.
Or 29, 28, 29? I thought that dude was 30 now.
I don't think he's that old. I mean, that's not actually that old, but you know.
Well, it's not. It's not.
He's 28.
He's only 28. Okay, so he's only
28. Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking he was a couple of years older than myself.
Bro, they got Di Maria, 32 on their team. 30 ain't that.
Yeah.
See, the problem is he's playing a little bit more central attacking mid, and that's a very good position for him. He thrives there, but he doesn't get that much attention in that many he doesn't get much attention at that position, so he's not going to look like he's doing that great. But he's actually doing really great. So
true. Now, before we get out of here, I do want to ask you about a few things, C-Mac. So the USA right now, okay, has, I know it's 11 because there's another guy that got added and I missed him, but 11 U.S. men's national team players playing on Champions League rosters this year. You have Sergiño Dest from Barcelona, Christian Pulisic with Chelsea, Weston McKennie with Juve, Gio Reyna with BVB, Tyler Adams with Leipzig, Chris Richards with Bayern, Conrad with Barcelona, Zach Steffen with Manchester City, Ethan Horvath with Bruges, and Alex Mendez with Ajax. So, I mean, they're getting, to me, it sounds like they're finally getting some players with an opportunity to, you know, get some experience. And I think that's really what we need as a national team. We're not making the World Cup this past season. I mean, they've seemed like they've been getting worse each year, or no, not each year, but each outing, right? I want to see some youth in there, man. I want to see a change because we see how teams such as Spain and Germany and Brazil and Italy and, you know, those guys have a type and a style of soccer of where the U.S. just can't keep up. And it's conditioning, number one, because I feel like their guys are more conditioned than our guys. Number two, our style of soccer is just kick the ball and run. We're not stringing passes together. We're not, you know, getting sets down. You know, we're just too out of sync. What is your take on that?
So that's a very interesting point that you made about like how we just get the ball and run. That's Italy plays a lot like that. They're fast paced. They're like they're really heavily on counterattacks, and then like Netherlands are more on like finesse and flair and beauty. They make soccer look interesting to watch. And then as far as the United States goes, I think we're breeding and conditioning really good players now. We just took the arrows and the bullets for the past, I would say, decade of not having great soccer, great men's soccer, that is.
Yeah, women's soccer is amazing.
Yeah, they're really good. I would say, yeah, they were the best national team for the United States. I would definitely give them that. As far as the men's go, I think a lot of our talents and efforts have been put into these guys, and I think them playing under legendary players is going to benefit the team. As far as like having those different styles of playing will add, and I think, which I really hate, that Alphonso Davies is a Canadian player, and I think our team.
Yeah, I know.
We had him on our team.
I know,
but he was born in Canada.
Yeah, I know.
Wasted talent. National team in Canada wasted, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I feel you, man. So, one more thing before we get on out of here,
so
man.
What are we looking like? 2040?
Oh, go ahead.
2050?
Go ahead, G-Reg. I'm sorry.
I said, when are we going to be good? 2040 to 2050? What are we looking at?
So the next Olympics is 2022, or the World Cup?
World Cup is 2022 in Qatar. It's going to be hot as heck. They may actually play that during the winter time because it's so damn hot out there. But the World Cup after that will be a joint of an NMA, North American teams, between Canada, United States and Mexico. Some home cooking could do something to you now.
I will. I think you might find me in the stands a couple of those matches.
Oh, you best believe I'm gonna be there too. What you mean?
We gonna
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a live broadcast. What you mean?
go.
So I think we'll be ready for that World Cup. I think we'll be able to show off and show out. I think there's a couple young bucks that are still in the under 18 team that we have yet to hear from. So
yeah, I agree.
Good news.
Yeah,
definitely.
Too bad Christian Pulisic might not be on the team or might be. So
I think he will because he's only 21,
24. Pulisic is 24.
He's 24. Man, where's the time? Oh, good Lord. Well, okay. So, I mean, we're in 2020 now. Take 6 more years. He'd be 30. I think he'll still be around.
He'll still be around. He'll be like
he'll be a vet. He'll be
Okay.
I hated Landon Donovan. Don't do that. Yeah. I hated Landon Donovan.
He's really good. He's good.
Landon Donovan.
What'd you say, Greg?
That first Derek White, now Landon Donovan.
I know, right?
I hated Landon Donovan.
American
players. I'm sorry. But G-Reg, this one's going to be for you. Last time before we on out of here. NBA met today and talking in a discussion of starting the new season by December the 22nd with about a little less than 82 game season and finishing up before the 2021 Olympics. Your thoughts?
I think they're really trying to cram it in just to get to Olympics going and stuff like that and fit it in all there. Probably they have a lot of schedules and stuff they got to meet. I would like to see them get more rest and more in between time, recover and get back with their family and stuff for a little bit longer. Maybe start the new year. I know they wanted fans in the stands too, so I don't know how that's going to work if they're going to start allowing it in December or.
So they were talking about they may still hold out without fans and just play the games, going to different people's arenas. I'm sure they've seen what the NFL has done, and they'll probably try to implement something kind of like that. However, most of those games are outside, so
yeah,
I don't know. Also, there's been a talk about maybe bringing back that play-in playoff spot between the 8th and 9th team. C-Mac, what do you think about that, man?
If you want to make the NBA interesting, you got to put some stakes on the line for people to eat. So I think even if it's a crumb, that chance of a crumb means the world to some fans, man. Some fans are always expecting not to make the playoffs. So if you give them the possibility of hope, they'll show up.
So look, go ahead, Greg. I'm going to let you go before I go.
All right. Definitely. I think it's more exciting, makes things a little more exciting for that maybe 9-10 teams, people fans of their teams trying to make it into the playoff game. I mean, it's only going to be I think it's like a 2-3 game difference, and then there's a playing game. I don't think it's going to be like a 5 game difference between the 8th and 9th seed. And I think it gives them excitement for the game because whoever is going to be the 8th seed or 9th seed is going to get waxed by the 1st seed, so it gives a little more excitement.
Yeah. So here's what I say. If you still have this play-in and you got okay, well, my team might be able to make the playoffs, but you're going to get waxed, why the hell would you even still want to make the playoffs? Number one, because if you're going to get waxed, you're not going to get picks. So it doesn't make any sense. Play good during the damn season and get your ass into the playoffs. There's no way a 9th seed should be 3 games out and get the opportunity to take an 8th seed if the 8th seed is earning that spot. Everything's equal. Get better. Play better.
2 words.
Don't try to get this play in.
2 words. We believe. We believe.
Well, if you believe, look, if you believe, then start playing better. That's all I'm going to say.
That series kept the NBA from going bankrupt. The NBA was getting boring to some people. And that intensity in that series, not the NBA, but definitely the Warriors. The Warriors were saved as a franchise, I would say, from that series.
The Warriors, as we know, pretty much cheated the damn thing. You know what I mean? And come on. If we're going to look at it, the Warriors sucked the fun out of the NBA. Nobody was touching that team when Kevin Durant arrived.
That's fair.
Okay? That's what I mean. And when they were winning all those games, I was still okay with it because even though they were winning, it wasn't like they picked up a Kevin Durant and it was just like, oh, okay, well, there's no way now.
I was talking about the comeback.
Baron Davis
Versus Utah Jazz.
Barnes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was saying that like brought up a lot of viewership into the NBA.
Oh, yeah.
So like having that like intensity in the stakes and something like you never really see, I think that will bring a lot of viewership in that's needed for the NBA right now.
Right, and that was in 2007 against the Mavericks. The Spurs ended up winning the championship that year. I remember that year. Yeah, no, that was great. It's just you may not have that now, unfortunately. But
you need to make it.
You do. But at the same time, like guys got to get. Guys have to get better. Ben Simmons, learn how to shoot the damn ball, please. If you're Mike Malone, play Bobo, please.
No, you got to
make it a little bit more interesting.
You got to remove the predictability. The reason March Madness is so crazy, predictability is non-existent. You can't predict what's going to happen.
We all just want to skim the first round.
So how about this? If we're going to remove predictability, how about they do this? How about they make the series shorter to where they kind of do something like they did with baseball. First round series, best of 3. Second round, best of 5, and then best of 7 for the final 2. That's more. Hey,
it does, but that gets into
Money.
The issue of Adam Silver's bag, and he's not willing to fumble that.
Okay, so then the only way that you're going to be able to remove that and reduce that is if you do a one and done. Like it's one game. You win it, you move on. If you don't, you're going home. That's the only way that you can remove the predictability.
And I think that's where what you just mentioned comes in is the 9 seed getting a one and done opportunity to make the playoffs.
That's not gonna really change anything overall though.
It's a slow change. It's a slow change. It's not major, but it creates this allure of, hey, as long as we get the 9 seed, like that what is it? The NFL and MLB use the wild card game.
Yeah.
I get that. So if you're gonna start doing that, then you need to start going ahead and letting the 1 seed and the 2 seed getting buys in the NBA. Because I'm telling you, there is no the way.
I think the one seed.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. If you're gonna do that, that means you're gonna have. Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh no, man down.
You got you, Marshall.
That was lovely. So my stick came off. That's awesome. Anyway. As I was saying, look, there's no way that you're gonna let more teams into the playoffs. There's no. Because now, if you get the 1 seed to buy, it means you might add extra teams because right now the way the playoffs are set up, they're set up symmetrically, diametrically, where it's like 1-8, 2-7, this, that, and the other. If you want to mix it up, make it make it the best 16 teams, the top 16 teams.
Let's go.
The East and the West. Like, I'm okay if you do that.
Let's go.
Means you're going to have to get better. There's no more conferences. It's just one united league. If not,
I think,
you got to keep it as it is.
And they also need to connect the league with the G League and have teams that are just absolutely terrible get sent to the G League.
Oh.
Okay, kind of like a relegation.
Yeah. Give it incentive if you're tanking. Oh yeah, keep tanking. Let's go ahead. Keep tanking.
I could feel that. My thing is, if you do that, and that could work because
how many teams start bringing into the Shadow Realm? How many?
What was the question?
How many teams would you banish
to the Shadow Realm?
It's 2.
Okay,
no.
One from each conference.
Yeah. One, if we continue to do conferences,
one from each conference.
One from each conference. But I think you can get rid of the conference if you do the relegation. You just remove the conference.
And if you do that, you can actually do 3, just like they do in the league. And there are more teams in the NBA than there are in the Premier League in the league.
Yeah.
So you could do 3.
Yeah, you could do 3, or you could do it like the Champions League style, where It doesn't even matter. You just have group play and then 23.
Right. They can do that too. So they'll do something. I think they can do something to make it a little bit more interesting.
They have to try new things.
True. So we'll see. But that has been the show, man. You already know. Marsh, C Mac, and G Reg. Yes, sir. Like always, you can check us out on Breaker. You can check us out on Radio Public. You can check us out on Google Podcasts. You can check us out on Spotify. And you can check us out on Anchor.fm. And that's Stats versus Facts Sports Talk. Y'all don't need to spell it no more. Stats versus Facts Sports Talk. Yes, sir. And also go check out the YouTube channel, Stats vs. Facts Sports Talk. On the IG and Twitter, SVF Sports Talk. Yes, sir. We got everything going. The Cuphead's corner coming out for that fight. Khabib, Nurmagomedov, and Justin Gaethje. Boy, that's about to be a nice fight tomorrow. By the way, I got Khabib. I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it? I hear a bunch of people say Khabib. I don't know if it's Khabib or Habib. It's Khabib. Khabib. Anyway, I got him winning. I think both Greg and C-Mac agreed we got Khabib winning. So also please, y'all, if you haven't had a chance to go out and vote, doesn't matter, just go out and vote. All right. It's your right. Go out and do it. I'm not saying who to vote for, just go out and vote. As well, we can make a change little by little. Also, make sure y'all, if y'all haven't, get your flu shot. I know some of y'all it make me feel this way or the other. Get your flu shot, protect yourself. You know what I mean? Also, wear your mask or else it'll get your ass. And I'll catch y'all next time on that.
Stats versus facts. Ayy, stats versus facts. Ayy, know where we at on the stats versus facts. Yeah, my boy, hella black. He on the stats versus facts. And you might get smacked by the stats versus facts. Ayy.